Hi, hello guys. We are back again with another database project. For example, we are going to be having an employee records database in the education sector. This is my project for the database. Um, this is going to be done by Onina Prince, 2023 BIT 200, paying student, of course. I'm having an employee records database. This is more so for employee record keeping. As we all know, a database is for it's a collection of interrelated data. So that means we are keeping all the employee records data. So as you can say, we are having advantages of the employee records database. We are going to start with an improved data accuracy. This reduces errors and inconsistencies. This is because things are automated, hence they are of course reduced errors and inconsistencies. Next we have reduced efficiency. This automates data entry and retrieval, saving time and reducing errors. We all know if things are efficient, with automation comes efficiency, right? We have improved reporting. Um, Facilitates quick access to employee data, enhancing decision making capabilities. There's reduced administrative burden. That means the human resource managers can easily access all the work they need in just a click of a few buttons. Then there's cost saving. This is minimized paperwork and printing including printing and storage, right? So other advantages we have, like intangible benefits we have, like employee satisfaction. This is because a database makes arrangement of their work, of their databases simple and of their records simple and easy to get. And there's improved decision making by human resource managers. This is because they can easily access and see the different capabilities. For example, an HR wanted to review performances, and hence the decision for promoting a person, for firing a person is easily made due to the reviews given by the database. We have costs, software and hardware costs. Uh, Software and hardware costs, because of course with the creation of a database, there's purchase of database software and the necessary hardware. There are training expenses, costs associated with training employees to use the new system. Maintenance fee, of course, with everything that with as long as it's a software and a hardware that is brought together, it needs maintenance. For example, there is a maintenance cost, ongoing cost for system updates and technical support. There are also intangible costs. There's an adjustment period. This is the time in which employees take to adopt the new system, potentially leading to decreased productivity. This is for people who are computer illiterate and those people who are rigid. They usually take a lot of time, which is costly to the institute or the institution, right? Employee morale, possible dissatisfaction or resistance to change among staff, as I've already mentioned above. Then the limitations of the system. There's complexity, because database is an improved way of doing things. So there are complexities. The system may become complicated if not designed properly, leading to user frustration. This is very common for because database may be a new thing to a person, which may make it difficult to be used. There's obsolescence. Rapid technology changes can render the system outdated, requiring frequent updates and replacement. This can be very tiring, and for rigid people, this makes them not to really want to adopt such a system. There are integration issues. Difficulties in integrating with existing systems can create inefficiencies. This is self-explanatory. whereby the old systems and the new systems usually have issues with coming together to work together. So our database has the following entities: an employee entity. This is for which this is an entity or the table which houses all the employee credentials, the first name, last name, the email, telephone number, the hire date, the department, and the role they are having. And next we have a department ID. This is the which department they belong to, the name of the department, the head of the department, the location, and the account, which stands for the number of people in that specific department. A the transaction entity. This is a transaction ID, the employee ID for the person whom the transaction is being carried out for, the transaction type, the amount they are having, the transaction date, and the status whether it is complete or not complete. We have attendance entity. This is for an attendance, the employee ID, the date, and the status whether they are absent or they are present. The role is the title, and then the responsibility. The performance is the employee ID, their rating. For example, if it is 5, then the review is whether it's excellent or lacking. The entity relationships is how the entities are relating to each other. For example, in this one we have a centralized database, which is whereby the employee entity is the one which is like the mother to all the other entities we are having. For example, the employee and department is a binary relationship where it is a many to one. Many employees can belong to one department. Next, we have an employee to role. Many employees can have the same role. An employee and transaction. One employee can have one to many transaction. The next one, we have an employee and attendance. One employee can have one to many attendances. An employee and performance entity. This is whereby an employee can have one to many performance reviews. Next we have the multiplicities, which is the same: many to one, one to many, and one to many. Next we have an entity relationship diagram. This is where you can easily view how things are done. For example, an employee can have many employees. An employee can have one to many performance reviews. A department can have a department can have many employees. A role, many employees can have the same role. Here on the employee and transaction, an employee can have many transactions. An employee to attendance, one employee can have many attendance records. Next we have the queries. The queries help us attain the data. For example, employees with their departments, you say select first name, last name from employee. We do this, and then we come out with an entry which shows first names, the last name, and the departments they belong to. This joins a department and employee table. Employee attendance and records for a specific employee. Here you select the date from attendance, where attendance dot employee. This we have selected an employee, and on that very date they were absent. Next we have the reports. The reports provide essential insights into employee performance, attendance, patterns which assist in decision making related to human resource management. Financial transactions help track salary payments and bonuses, ensuring transparency in payroll processes. Training needs assessment helps to identify skill gaps based on performance reviews while suggesting training programs. Employee headcount provides an overview of a total number of employees in each department, allowing the insights into staffing levels and departmental sizes. Salary and compensation reports help in comparison for employee salaries against the industry standards to assess competitiveness. In conclusion, this employee management management system is an essential tool for managing employee human resources within the education sector. By organizing employee data, this system enhances operational efficiency and supports decision making. Ultimately, this database fosters a productive education environment, allowing institutions to focus on delivering education quality while effectively managing their human resources. Thank you for listening.